Hi everybody, welcome to a new video. So today's video is going to be with Spiller's horse feeds, and they are coming to our yard with the weighbridge to give all the horses and ponies away and body condition score them, give us a chat about diet and about what they're eating currently and if they think it's any good, and we'll put them on the weighbridge. So I am going to get someone to video Maya and Quinn's for me, and obviously having a chat as well with Vanessa, who is coming out, and what she thinks of them, and yeah, hopefully the ponies are all going to be okay. So I'm just about to go and catch them in now and hopeful that they get some good scores on the weighbridge. Quinn is the one that I'm really intrigued about because I've worked so hard to get his weight down with the help of the Spillers Slimmers Club. So yeah, him I'm so intrigued about, and a couple of riding school ponies as well I'm really intrigued about too. So nonetheless, let's get into the video and enjoy watching the ponies on the weighbridge.
I don't care.
He's Quinn. He's a highland pony.
He's yours, isn't
He's mine, yeah. Oh, this because he's probably going to be a twat getting on it, I won't lie.
How old is he?
14.
15 months?
14.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Looks huge,
I
doesn't
know. He's only 14 hands.
He's in work at the moment?
So he's got really bad arthritis, so he kind of varies week to week how he's feeling.
How he's doing?
At the moment, he's in 4 days work.
Okay.
All of them being no more than walk. Because he can't really cope much else than walk.
And is he living out?
He's in at 9 hours during the day.
Is he better if he's in, or is he better if he's out all the time?
He's got a good child living him out, and he was just can't stand that long and hard work. So he has to have an active night.
Okay, so
he
he'll
has
go
soft
there.
bedding, yeah, he's got
Oh, Quinn! Oh. Right,
darling. Good boy.
It is 490.
Under. Wow. I'm surprised.
Let's see what he's got.
You're not too bad now?
No, it's nice and easy.
So,
the way that
I got him on a weigh tape. He was 670.
wow.
And they basically were like, diet now or it's gonna die. So I was like, will do. So he's been on the most harsh diet for over a year. I mean, it has worked because I can't do the exercise with him to lose it.
He's spot on, Kate. He's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, he really is.
You know, as he turns around, you can see his ribs, but when he's stood square, you can't.
Yeah.
There's no crustiness left there now. He's just a bit squishy where it's, you know, like you say, you can only walk him.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're working him hard through the top line for ages, even if he's in walkers, you know. He's absolutely spot on. He's lovely and healthy weight. So brilliant job, really good. Really good.
He's on quite a lot of feed.
Okay.
He's on quite a lot of medication and supplements and things like that.
Yeah.
So I just have him on quarter chaff and quarter nuts, breakfast and dinner.
And is that the lucky ones?
That's the same, yeah, lucky ones. However, he's just lost all of his like coat niceness, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So where he's now lost the weight, before when he was really fat, he was quite shiny, he looked really nice.
Yeah.
And now he's obviously lost the weight and gone down, he just looks a bit...
So where he's been on the strict diet, is that he's on a bald patch of grass? Is he getting soaked hay? What's the
he
deal
gets
with that?
4 kilos of... Well, he's out from 7:30 until 4 at the moment with a muzzle on.
Okay.
And then he goes from 4 o'clock until 10 p.m. without the muzzle, and then comes in at 10 p.m. until 7:30 again with 4 kilos of soaked hay.
Okay.
At the
So,
moment.
yeah, and in terms of then things like coat dullness, its nutrients can
Yeah,
massively affect that. So although he's getting some of the nuts, you don't get the high level of nutrients. When Laura was saying earlier, it's not that there's anything wrong with the ingredients, it's just that with the more value feeds, you can't afford to put in the more expensive ingredients. So
Yeah.
you think about baking a cake, you know you're always going to have butter, sugar, flour and eggs.
Yeah.
But it's a case of, you know, are they battery eggs or are they posh-free range eggs? Do you see what I mean? And then how do you decorate that? Are you able to, you know, put posh buttercream on or fresh whipped cream, or do you have to, you know, leave it with a bit of value jam? So it's really about the cost of the ingredients then reflect the cost of the price of the bag of feed. And things like vitamin E and quality protein, they're expensive, so it costs a lot for us to put that in the bag. So for the value feed, that's not going to be in those feeds. And that's where, like I say, you can find that they just get a little bit dull in the coat. Look, they don't look poor, there's nothing wrong with them, and it's still fine. They just don't quite have that gloss that comes off a bit better diet. And like you say, this grass this year has been rubbish, so there may still be quite a lot of calories and sugar in that grass, but the nutrients are probably scorched away or just not as high and not coming through, and so they can basically just look.
Is it best to still keep his muzzle on?
Calorie,
with that grass how it is?
Calorie, I mean, we keep having these little showers that we're getting
now,
things are coming out doing that. I would say yes, and you continue with your soak tape, or you could stop soaking your hay. So that what he's getting from the hay is better quality in that, and then just a better quality of actual nutrients in the bucket feed as well for him. So
because he had really bad ones.
I think his weight is fine. We don't want him to gain weight, but just by stop soaking your hay and see how he goes. Obviously, that if this grass has a flush, then you can just go back to soaking it again. But
he is a typical Highland. He just looks at a blade of grass and
just changes.
Thank you.
M-A-Y-A.
M-I-Y-A-H. How old is she? She's 9.
How big is she? 15. She's in work at the minute?
No, you're not at the moment. Okay. She decided to pull every single muscle from her sacroiliac joint down. And then yesterday, it was going to say, excuse the way she's walking, the way she moves, she got beaten the crap out of in the field by her field mate, so it's covered in hoof marks, cuts. So she's really stiff and sore. But prior to that, we were doing 6 days a week work, and on the verge of just getting out competing once a month. But it was the day before I was about to go out.
She looked at the calendar.
Yeah, she just was crippled.
Is she living out?
Yeah, she's living out 24/7. Yeah. All she did was run through fencing, 3 sets.
All she did. No other health issues or worries then?
No. She's just a very hot mare.
Okay.
Very fizzy, very looky, spooky, spicy.
Energy to ride is the right way.
Yeah, she's very, very. When it's channeled right, it's lovely. It's enough leg and enough forwardness. Out hacking, it's a bit terrifying sometimes. Jumping, it's terrifying to jump her. I won't lie. She's just got so much. She just loves to jump. She's a hunting cob. So before I got her, she was a hunter, and that's all she's ever done. Hence why she's like all here. And
you have got a sprightly little face, haven't you? Good girlie. There's one more. Is that right? Yeah, she's got a weight. It's all holding her on the beach. 5'17".
5'17". So yeah, she might only have the ginger head, but that's enough ginger mare that she needs.
I had a ginger head there. You can't moan at gingers, I like them. Right, let's do her anti-form. Nice enough shape. She has just got a bit too much through the middle.
Yeah.
She's just thick set, as it were. Not fatty along the top here at all, and neither's her bottom. It's just a little bit. I'd like to feel her ribs more easily. So the rest of this fine. So she's going to score a 6.
Yeah, she's the one who's currently doing the ulcer campaign.
Okay.
In your feral looking state.
is that because you sort of felt that because she's buzzy, if there is something you just
Bella had followed me for a while on her personal account, and she just messaged me prior to it and just said, like, I think the new feed we've got coming out might be really handy for you and Moo. So she told me about it, and I was like, actually that would be, because she gets a really upset tummy, and when she does, she's a nightmare to handle. Really hormonal, like, yeah, she's just not got great gut and tummy health and digestive.
And she on the Ulcer Balancer?
She's on the Ulcer Balancer, yeah, and the Alpha Pro one, Pro Fiber one. So yeah, just to give it a go and see if it will. I think it would really help her. And her tummy has been a lot better.
Good.
And her whole like attitude's been a lot nicer as well.
Good.
Oh, so we're at windswept, messy looking. It's been a really busy afternoon. It's been absolutely madness getting them all on the weighbridge. I had loads of liveries. Now my guys are out happily munching on some hay because we have, as you can see, next to no grass. Spillers did a little like thing with us with their mash, so I'm just going to tip the rest of this out for them and they can have a good munch on that as well. So overall I'm absolutely thrilled. Quinn came back amazing on the weighbridge. He's absolutely perfect, which I'm so happy about. Maya, a little bit of fat coverage over her ribs, but other than that, good weight. So again, so happy with that as well. So it just means that they're on the right path, everything is going good. Quinn, she's like, I can be a little more lenient now with his diet, feed him a little bit more, which is so nice, because I did feel really mean feeding him next to no food. So yeah, I'm just so happy. So I'm going to tip some out, we'll see what they think and see if they like it. It is the Restore mash. Smells beautifully and appley, I will admit. So yeah, we'll see how they get, and I'll also show you the little booklets that I've been given as well, and their little slips too. Should we tip some out? Here we go. Is that nice? Oh, yum. Go and get some to Quinn. Quinny, what do you think to this, darling? Oh, yum. Okay. Enjoy! Wow, that was a success, wasn't it, guys? So I'm home from the Spillers thing, and it was actually really good. As I said previously, like, it was really informative, really helpful. We got these booklets that have all their different products in, and at the back has all the information about your horse too. And we really kindly also got £5 vouchers to spend, so I'm going to be spending these on the Alpha Pro Fiber. That is what I've decided to keep them both on after reading about the feed and about the product. It's what I really like, and then I'm going to keep them on some pony cubes as well as the Alpha Pro Fiber by Spillers. So Maya obviously was currently trialling the Ulcer Balancer, however obviously she's not fully my horse, so it is not down to me to sort of determine her ultimate feed. And with everything at the moment, and cost wise, as everybody knows, we have to be careful with what we are spending, but having a look through everything, we've agreed that definitely keeping on the Alpha Pro Fiber is what we want to do. And I am also going to put Quinn on that as well, because I really like the way that it has brought out the shine in Maya's coat, the way she looks. It also has a lot of other really good benefits in it too that has helped them loads. But talking about the little booklet that I got, so you can see it just has the date that they were done on. It then, I got them both in one booklet because it's easier and saves wasting two. So we've got obviously Quinn and Maya, their weight and their body condition scores. They both, so Quinn was moderate, Maya was moderate to fleshy. Obviously she had the coverage over her ribs. And then these are what Spillers has recommended for them to be fed. So as you can see, the Alpha Pro Fiber is down there as a recommendation to feed for both of them. And they recommended the Ulcer Balancer for Maya and the Supple and Senior Balancer for Quinn. But I'm going to see how this goes, see what the cost obviously is like, as my guys are also on the Omega Equine supplements, so they get all their vitamins and minerals from them anyway. So I'm not too sort of worried about getting that side of things. I just wanted a bit more of a substantial fibre-based food for them to go on. So yeah, these are the booklets. These were the vouchers. And now I'm going to move on to part of the video of showing the difference between the weigh tapes, because that was really interesting, and also what I am now feeding them. So we're going to jump forward hopefully to a couple of days when I have filmed all of that. So it is actually a couple of days after we had Spillers out with the weighbridge, and I thought I would give both the ponies away with the weigh tapes, and we can see the difference between the weigh tape and the weighbridge weights, see if there's sort of a similar pattern that it follows. So the point of the weigh tapes, obviously they're not an 100% accurate weight, but they do give you an idea if your horse has put on some weight or your horse has lost some weight, and sort of a rough area of where they are sitting in the weight categories. So first of all, I'm going to go do Quinn just there, and then we're going to go weigh Maya and see what they are on the weigh tape. So obviously if your horse isn't used to a weigh tape, probably don't do it in a field, tie them up, but my guys are perfectly used to them. So as you can see on the weigh tape, it will give you the kilos just here, and this will be where we are going to weigh them and see what they come up as. So make sure the weigh tape is at the point of their wither and just behind their elbow, basically where the girth would sit. And we'll give him a weigh. So he's currently sitting at 508 on the weigh tape. So Quinn is at 508 on the weigh tape, and on the weigh bridge he was at 490, which is the perfect weight that we want him at, and he got a perfect body condition score as well of 5. So he is perfect at the moment and we don't need to change anything. So Maya was 517 on the weigh bridge and then 532 on the weigh tape. So as you can see, both ponies actually scored more on the weigh tape than they did on the weigh bridge. However, it will give me an estimate now if they are rising up or down, and I can just deduct how much the difference is between the weigh tape and the weigh bridge. So I'm going to go show you now these wonderful Spillers feeds that I feed these guys on to keep them nice and healthy and happy. So I'm in the feed room now to speak a little bit about what I feed both the ponies and why I feed them. So I feed Omega Equine as their supplements, so they have a great range of supplements for lots and lots of different things. They are an amazing company, and ones that I highly recommend, and they give the ponies everything that they need. Then feed wise, I just feed Spillers horse feeds and a basic pony nuts. So these are the supplements that I am currently feeding both Maya, Quinn and Roxy. So both Maya and Quinn are on the Flexology, which is a joint supplement. Maya is on brewer's yeast, which helps her with her hormones and also her gut and digestive system. Currently also on some Boswellia to help with her mobility, joints, muscles and any inflammation that she's struggling with at the moment with her injury. Roxy and Quinn are both on a gut balancer for the summertime, obviously with the different fluctuating grass, the rain and then the spring grass coming through, but this is included in the brewer's yeast, so that's why Maya doesn't get fed this. Quinn also has laminology in his feed, so this is for his lamini and his hoof, as he has had laminitis, and it is brilliant supplement for that. And then all three of them are fed on electrolytes to replace any salts that they are losing during the hotter months, so they're sweating, doing excess work. And then they have Quinn and Maya have a cupful, a Spillers cup, half a cup in their treat balls for their field and stable. So the actual hard feed themselves, they are just on basic pony nuts, just from our local feed merchant. So they just get a quarter scoop of these in each of their feeds, morning and night, just to slow them down with their eating, so that they have some vitamins and minerals as well from the pony nuts, and just something that they can enjoy, and it is a little bit more palatable for all of their different supplements. Then alongside the pony nuts, I feed the Spillers Alpha Alpha Pro Fibre, which is brilliant for their digestive systems. It's low in starch and in sugar, so it's perfect for Quinn, who's obviously got laminitis, and they're both more cobby native-y type breeds. It's great for the digestive system, it's got great protein in it, it's high in oil, so it's really good for their coat condition and their coat shine, and great to feed alongside things like balancers, pony nuts, mixes and things like that to make it more palatable and slow down their eating. And then they've also been really smart by adding vitamin E in, which will balance out the high oil content that is in the feed, which is used for their coat condition and coat shine. So this, they get a cup of this like this in their feeds, and then they'll go up to 2 cups during the winter time. So the horses are still fed hay as well during the summer, especially as Quinn lives in overnight time. He is fed 4 kilos of hay overnight, which is currently sprayed, and then back in the winter it'll go to soaked, so that he makes sure he gets lots of nutrition still in him, but also gets his water intake that he needs. And then in the summertime, if he looks like he's getting a bit too fat, then he also has his hay soaked too. And then they also have a net in the field as well, so they have 4 kilos of hay in the field, which gets split into multiple piles that they can munch around and enjoy, as we are a little lack of grass at the moment, so that is why they are getting fed hay in the field too. So last but not least, I also feed Maya because she stays out overnight, whereas Quinn comes in, and due to the lack of grass at the moment, I will feed Maya one of the silver blocks, like fibre bix, Weetabix kind of things, so that I soak this up so it gets nice and mushy for her, or I'll tie it to the gate in like a really slow nibbler sort of net, so that she'll nibble away at that, so she'll get some extra fibre in her diet, because it's so important that they keep on the forage and the roughage, because that is the thing that keeps their digestive systems going, lines their stomach, etc, etc. So these are brilliant. I really like these for also the winter time when they have to stay in their stables or are on box rest. It's a great way of getting fibre into them, but slowing them down than just a normal hay net. So I hope you have enjoyed this feeding video slash Spillers Weybridge. Oh my god, look, they're following me over. Maya knows that she's got her Grassabix coming, and Quinn knows that he's coming in to his hay and his treacle. So I'm going to give Maya her Grassabix and her treacle in the field. Quinn's going to come in now for the night, have his hay and have his treacle, and that will conclude this video. So I do hope that you've enjoyed watching and it's been helpful. If you'd like to see any more videos along their feeding and nutrition, please do let me know, and all 3 of us will see you very soon. Bye bye.